But yeah, no, we're talking about the Tigers right now, and I'm just asking the question, man. Like, I have concerns, and I think that's fair. Out of all the GMs in town right now, he's the most concerning to me.
The most?
Yes, and I don't think it's close.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah,
because there are big moments, and it's not only just the free agency thing. It's not just the trade deadline thing. There's this whole Skubal thing hanging over, the Tarik Skubal contract thing.
Yep.
To me, it's time to work on locking up Riley Green.
Yeah.
That's a non-negotiable.
Yeah, I think that, like, of all this, like, let's clear the dust if you want to talk positives or whatever. Has Riley Green, in your mind, like you said, have you seen enough to understand maybe where his level is?
Yeah.
Like, so have I. You know, I mean, that is the one out of, and you said it all along, you know, the odds are is that one of these guys, Green or Torkelson, will miss. But it's great to see at least we got one to hit. And Riley Green, to me, is a professional baseball player.
No, absolutely, and he's a very good one. He's a very good one. I mean, is he dynamic, like take over a game, like a Ronald Acuna type? He's not quite that.
He's not elite yet, but he's very good.
Yeah. He's very good.
Probably a number 2 in your offense.
He's an all-star.
Yeah.
He's an all-star.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Now, if you go get a dynamic bat, yes, absolutely.
But he's the kind of guy you win with. You win with Riley Green.
100%.
You give me 4 Riley Greens, you'll be a winning team.
Yeah.
All right? And I don't have a problem with it. And for me, if it were me, I would go the Colt Keith route with him.
Yeah.
And lock him up and say, all right, these are 2 that we have. Not
to say it won't get done, though. Might not get done during the season.
And to that point, they've proven that they will do the long-term deal for guys they believe in. And how do you build baseball up the middle, right? That's how they say. So that's, you know, even though we argue that, you know, Colt Keith will be your first baseman, not your second baseman, as you said. But, you know, they're going to give him – this is the perfect time to let him work it out to see if he's there. But Riley Green, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, but and I'm just saying, like, this – we're dealing with a lot of ish right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot going on below the surface besides
Google
just –
thing is big, too.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Because every second you wait, the asset depreciates. Like, let's just cut through the ish, all right?
Right.
Every second you wait, D-Mac, the asset depreciates in value.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's a fact.
At this point, I think it's safe.
Especially with his outings.
Yeah.
13 Ks, no walks.
So either do it or do it.
At this point, all you can really do is just hope he doesn't get injured to the end of the season. I don't think it's a bad thing to wait till the offseason to maybe decide on what you're doing with Skubal, because you're not going to get what you want for him during the season.
See, I disagree with that, man, because if you're a team like the Orioles, the time is now.
Okay.
If it's all about a World – you see what I'm saying, D-Mac?
Yeah, but like, how much of that are
if you're the Dodgers
giving back to the Tigers, though?
Well, that would be –
it doesn't matter to you. If you put Skubal on the Orioles, do they win the World Series?
Damn near, yeah.
Yeah,
they'd be a favorite.
So then that's worth Jack's holiday.
I'll pay any price.
That's worth, and in return, you're giving it up if you're going to get back a 1A,
a blue chip
prospect.
stock.
True.
You know, that's.
But if I'm trading Skubal, I want prospects and a major leaguer that's ready to go right now.
I'm not as
might get a serviceable one.
He's a Cy Young candidate.
Right.
If you wait till the offseason, let's say he wins the Cy Young, then you got even more reason to trade him or more value to trade him.
Yeah, but I would
he's
also
got more value not to sign and wait it out.
But when you move him, that's no longer your concern.
Right.
You know
that's
what
true.
I'm saying?
And
like
2 years of team control still.
I'm selling hope. Hope always sells.
Yep. It does.
And that's where it is. And again, if we're talking to it, if you put Skubal on the Dodgers, do they win the World Series?
Yeah.
If you put Skubal on the Orioles, do they win the World Series?
On paper, yeah.
You see what I'm saying here?
That's true, but it's just how much are these other teams willing to risk out of what they got going?
Well, what are you doing this for? You know, like
I hear you.
What are the odds of the Orioles winning the World Series right now, and what would they be? How much would they go down if they added him to that? That's what I'm saying, is that out of any team out there, where would he make the biggest impact? So you got to look at what would you get back. And to Neil's point, I mean, there's an argument for both sides, but to Neil's point, now is when you as the Tigers could get the most, I believe. Like, legit, if you're rebuilding and you want, what's Jack's Holiday or whatever, the shortstop, number one, minor league asset or whatever like that, that's the time that I think you could get him. right when Baltimore knows that if they think they're a Skubal away, all in, right?
I would be if I'm them. Yeah. And like Catspot says here, Baltimore's a young team. They aren't going to make moves that cost them long term. Catspot, like this is how it works.
East? The way that the East is built with the powerhouses, Boston, New York, Toronto, even always there, and then like I disagree with that. I think you got to strike when you think you can win.
Does moving Jackson Holiday collapse their franchise?
No, not at this point.
No, it doesn't. No. But it could save ours. What do you got, KG?
Justin gave me this. The Orioles World Series odds right now stand at plus 650. The Dodgers at plus 310 and the Phillies at plus 500. But we were talking about the Orioles and the Dodgers. So
absolutely. Put them on the Phillies. Do they win the World Series?
Absolutely. On paper.
Like the World Series is up for grabs for all these teams right now, and we hold the keys.
We could, yeah.
Also here in the Woodward Sports.
I just think you get more back in the offseason.
It's Big Cat 812 says some of you just want to keep rebuilding forever. Like, no, I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying.
We don't, but management seems like it does.
Well, and through all that, D-Mac, for me, it's just what are we doing and let's go. Pick a lane. Like pick a lane and let's get it rolling. That's it. I mean, hey, I didn't mean to go on this long about it. I just think that people don't realize how critical of a time this is for this franchise right now.
This trade deadline is very important.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Why would you trade Flaherty if you're not going to get anything for him? Why would you keep him?
He's on a 1-year deal. So, makes no sense.
Are you winning?
All right. Makes no sense. You would trade him while he's got value. So,
like, come on, guys.
They gave up on this guy, and we pretty much resurrected his career. Absolutely.
Well,
want to trade him on
resurrected his career.
Well, yes, but Chris Fetter was a big part of that too.
So, big cuz. We ain't trading Scoobs. Okay, man. But, like,
I'm cool with that too, but like you said, we gotta know what the direction is.
If you're asking me which way I lean towards trading him because
at the deadline, or just period.
Period.
Okay.
Who's the second baseman? Who's the second baseman of the future?
Don't have one.
Who's the shortstop of the future?
Don't have one.
Who's the third baseman of the future?
We think we have him, but not sure.
Who's the right fielder of the future?
Don't know.
Who's the center fielder of the future?
It's bad.
It's
bad.
Who's the catcher of the future?
Not Jake Rogers or Carson Kelly.
You see what I'm saying here, man?
Yeah, I get you.
So how can you go about replenishing all of that in the most efficient and effective way possible?
Still waiting on that draft class to come up, yeah.
So there you go.